This week on the Stampede, Jimmy Johnson, who coached the Cowboys to back-to-back Super Bowl wins, returns to Dallas to headline the PWC SMU Athletic Forum.
We watch about 10 hours of college football, every game that's on TV. And been doing it every year since I've been with Fox.
And the Ponies journey to Waco to open the season on national TV and renew a rivalry with the Baylor Bears.
I am only one.
I am only one.
But I am someone.
But I am someone.
I can't do everything.
I can't do everything.
But I can do something.
But I can do something.
In 4 short seasons on the hilltop, Coach June Jones has completely rebuilt the SMU football program.
Paul Hall looks to his right.
He's led the Mustangs to a pair of CUSA Western Division co-championships and 3 consecutive bowl berths. His teams no longer hope to win. They expect to win.
I feel like we got a chance to make some plays and compete, and hopefully we'll make enough plays to win.
This year's team is loaded with talent. The man with the buzz is quarterback Garrett Gilbert, a transfer from the University of Texas. Gilbert stands 6'4", weighs 210 pounds, and has more years of eligibility. More importantly, he can make all the throws June Jones' run-and-shoot offense demands.
He's a natural quarterback. He's very accurate with the ball. He gets the game. That alone just kind of gives him a little boost. So hopefully we'll see that on Sunday night.
My job is to get the ball to Darius Johnson, to Keenan Holman, to Derek Thompson, and to Jeremy Johnson, and then, hand it off to Zach Line. And obviously, we'll have some success if those guys are out there and they're making plays with it.
Garrett's been awesome. He's just a good guy on and off the field. His mannerisms kind of, carry other people to start making plays. You can tell when he steps in the huddle. There's like a new sense, like let's focus in, let's make some plays.
Zach Line, big hole left side, cuts in at the 2, touchdown, school record 5 tonight.
Senior Zach Line is one of the nation's premier running backs. Despite missing 3 games with a foot injury, he led Conference USA with an average of 122.4 yards per game.
Zach is a great kid. He looks like he's 100%. He's been able to make all the cuts. He feels 100%, and he's just a really, really solid football player.
He was named CUSA's preseason Offensive Player of the Year and is on the watch lists for the Walter Camp, Maxwell, and Doak Walker Awards.
Those watch lists I think are good for the community. I think that brings the buzz back around SMU. Winning conference, it's huge for me. I think if we could run the table, that would be the best way I could possibly think of it in my senior season, obviously.
June Jones calls Darius Johnson the best wideout he's ever coached.
Touchdown, SMU!
Last year, the senior from Missouri City caught 79 balls for 1,188 yards and 8 TDs. He's the leader of a very capable group of wide receivers.
Jagara Davis on the sack.
On the other side of the ball, Coach Tom Mason's defense has quietly become a strength of the team.
We're a Pittsburgh Steeler 4-3 fire zone, high-pressure defense. We try to bring pressure at least 70% of the snaps in a game. We want to get turnovers. We want to create confusion for the quarterbacks and try to disrupt the offense.
Touchdown! SMU! Jagara Davis!
Linebacker Jagara Davis is on the watch list for the Butkus Award, while teammate Taylor Reed made the watch list for the Lombardi Award. But perhaps the most intriguing player of the defense is 6'8", 275-pound Margus Hunt. A native of Estonia, Hunt was dubbed the #1 athletic freak in college football by CBSSports.com.
He's a great football player. It hasn't always been that way. It's been a process of him growing up through 4 years. People forget 4 years ago he'd never put on a pair of shoulder pads, and now all of a sudden he's probably a first-round draft pick in the NFL.
SMU opens the 2012 campaign with a trip to Waco to play the Baylor Bears. The Ponies haven't won an opener on the road since 1986, but this team is more than ready for the challenge.
They're a good football team. I mean, they won 8 or 9, 10 games last year. They played in the big arenas. I mean, they've been to the dance before, so, we're going to have our hands full.
We really got to do a good job of disguising things, mixing up the defense, and play a cat and mouse game with them. You know, the biggest challenge I got going in this game is what are they going to do with that quarterback to replace RG3?
Coach Jones always talked about 4 or 5 big plays that are going to make or break a game, and we need to win the battle of those plays.
Getting off to a fast start is important. We know there's going to be some adversity at some point in the game, but we're just going to have to reload and get better off from that and forget about it and move on.
Still ahead, talking football with former Dallas Cowboys coach Jimmy Johnson at the PWC SMU Athletic Forum.
And June's an outstanding coach. We know that. You know, X's and O's. But I think the biggest thing is getting the very maximum of the people that you have.
The SMU football team does things a bit differently. During the school term, the team practices from 6:30 to 8:30 in the morning to beat the searing Texas sun. Unlike most other teams in the Football Bowl subdivision, the Ponies don't hit during practice. The players wear shoulder pads and helmets and spend their time working endlessly on recognition and technique. On this day, there is an unexpected visitor. Newly hired basketball coach Larry Brown stops by to watch practice and visit with the media.
Should June Jones be nervous that you're going to snag some of his guys?
Oh, he's not nervous. He offered. You know, one of the things that scared me when, he's the reason I'm here, really. He kept pushing me to stay in the fight. But I admire the hell out of him. But I spoke to his team, and he said, I can pick 5 of my guys, and they'll beat any 5 of your guys. So I hope he was kidding. But, depending on how deep we are, June doesn't have a problem with a football player playing for us, and I don't either. The way he plays, the way he spreads it out, shoot, it's just like basketball.
Bruce and I'm glad you said that after me, Scott. That's okay. He hasn't changed, folks. Trust me, he hasn't changed.
The PWC SMU Athletic Forum is widely regarded as America's preeminent sports luncheon series. 4 times a year, the biggest names in athletics come to Dallas to share their stories. Making his first appearance on the dais is new SMU Athletic Director Rick Hart.
Good afternoon. I'm an old vet now. This is my 3rd week here in Dallas and on the Hilltop. And what an exciting time for SMU and SMU Athletics. One of the many things we're excited about at SMU is our football program. And Coach June Jones and his staff have done an excellent job. Record number of season ticket sales, record licensing revenues. We are not sold out. We expect to be sold out, so you should do that quickly. But we do have tickets available, and we hope to see you at Gerald Ford Stadium this season.
Ladies and gentlemen, James William Jimmy Johnson.
Dallas Cowboys coach turned Fox football analyst Jimmy Johnson is the star attraction, offering his opinion on all things football.
Preseason game or cold weather?
I hate both. But preseason, especially the 4th preseason game, wow. Is that the most boring thing I've ever seen in my entire life? But no good players play. Steve, how many series is Romo going to get tonight? Oh.
Well, ask him how many series Kyle Orton is going to get tonight.
Probably 0. Oh boy. You ought to take those tickets and give them, take them out and give them to some people, right? Season tickets, you don't pay for those things or not?
Oh yeah, let's be welcome.
Meanwhile, back on the Hilltop, preparations continue for the season opener against Baylor. Wednesday is a no-lift day, but a few players still find time to hit the weights. Late afternoon is devoted to meetings and film prep. Defensive coordinator Tom Mason polishes a game plan designed to contain the Bears' high-octane attack.
Don't even look at the scoreboard. Do not look at the scoreboard. Think about how you're playing, and then when the game's over, look up and see who won the game. I guarantee you'll be happy with it.
How good is Mason? In 2007, the year before he arrived, SMU finished 116th in total defense. Last year, SMU finished 26th, an improvement of 90 spots. The man knows his X's and O's.
Is there any way that we can recognize this and get the end to go inside? Because if the end will pinch hard in there, you got a chance for big-time tackle for loss. There's two scenarios that you can get in, but you got to recognize that set. Do you think that's too complicated? Or do you think you'll recognize? I don't have to play. I'll recognize it from the press box, but I ain't got one of those things in your headset to tell you. Our quarterback's under center now, and there'll be two wideouts out here. All right, sometimes DBs, they'll cover that tight end up. I don't know if they did it on purpose or if it was just a bad alignment. But if he's under center on that, he's going to throw the football. Okay? If he backs off the ball and he gets into the gun, all right, now he's going to run the ball, and I don't know if they'll stay with that without RG3. But we got to go into, if it's tackle over now, we got to displace on that. All right, that's an on guard if we're in a 4 call, isn't it? All right. So now understand who's eligible, but the tight end blocked the majority of the time, especially if he's under center. All right, and they just tried to hit this seam route, and they're just working that seam. Watch the A&M game. They hit them twice for big plays on it. So we got to make sure we recognize that.
Still to come, the Mustangs journey to Waco, and the Mustang great is there to cheer them on.
How you doing? Not much, just out here enjoying another SMU football game.
Baylor and SMU are longtime rivals, with SMU holding a 36-35-7 series edge. Tonight, though, Baylor is favored by a touchdown.
Well, both these coaches are nervous. Everybody's nervous. I mean, none of these teams have scrimmaged. They haven't had a practice game, and so they've installed a lot. They're all prepared, but then how do you play? I think the offenses are going to be ahead of the defenses. And the area that I'm most concerned with, what I'm watching for today, is the tackling. Because that's something that's just hard to assimilate.
All eyes are on Garrett Gilbert as he makes his debut for the Mustangs.
Hey, Garrett Gilbert! Hey, Garrett Gilbert!
Coming out of high school, he set a state record with 12,540 passing yards as he led Lake Travis to a 39-4 record and back-to-back state titles.
When you're the most prolific high school passer in the state of Texas history, you think of all the great quarterbacks that just have come out recently in these passing offenses. He's better than all of them.
The Gatorade National Player of the Year signed with Texas, but this summer he took 27 hours to complete his degree and transferred to the Hilltop.
Things just didn't work out at Texas. You know, for whatever reason, he's getting a new start here. I mean, and he's getting a new start under June Jones, which it's almost hard not to be successful. June was coming out of Mouse Davis's run and shoot system before anybody said that could be a viable offense. Now everybody's copying it. So June has a great 30, 40-year history of this offense. I think this kid's got a chance to be real successful. He's got some good receivers around him. It's a good offense. He's got a good running game. I expect Garrett Gilbert to be successful here. Tonight, I expect him to be successful.
As the players warm up, temperatures are in the triple digits. This game will test their stamina as well as their talent.
I think this early in the season, in this kind of heat, it's going to be hard to march 10, 12 plays and score.
I think it's very important for Garrett that they don't have to play catch-up and that it's not put on his shoulders, that all of a sudden they're down 14 very quickly. That's the key, that they keep it even at the half.
How you doing? Not much, just out here enjoying another SMU football game.
Former Mustang great Chris Banjo is in the stands, lending his support to the Ponies.
I predict something real big is going to happen this year. Just excited for what Coach Jones is doing, the growth in the team, and the community really diving into it, so I'm excited.
All right, boys, hey, listen up. Repeat after me. Hey, say this with your heart and mean it, okay? We're a band of brothers that stick together. and we're going to have each other's back out there. It's just us. It's just us out there, boys. Now listen up. Repeat after me. I am only one.
I am only one.
But I am someone.
But I am someone.
I can't do everything.
I can't do everything.
But I can do something.
But I can do something.
And that which I can't do.
That which I can't do.
I must do.
I must do.
And by the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
I will do.
I will do.
I believe.
I believe.
I am someone.
I am someone.
Bring it in, boys. Bring it in, boys. Come on. Hey, listen up. Listen up. Hey, for the brotherhood, on three. Say it in me. 1, 2, 3.
For the brotherhood.
All right, guys, listen up, listen up. Captains for the season on defense, Marcus Hunt, Zach Lyon, you guys voted for those guys. Aaron Davis on special teams today. Also Blake McJunkin today and Ryan Smith today. All right, we know what we have to do. We've been here, we've been waiting to play this game. So now let's just show up and show them what we're about. Show them we're about. Hang together, fight together, and finish the play longer than the opponent. Let's get a break right here. Grab a hand, grab a knee.
When we come back, it's game time in Waco.
And we are underway in Waco.
Baylor plays a fast break, no-huddle offense that can put up points in bunches.
Lawrence throwing, back of the end zone, touchdown. Lanier Sampson, first score of the season for the Bears.
We just kill ourselves with penalties. We're playing good. Just keep playing hard.
Wide open. Boy, did he hide it well. Touchdown, Baylor. Went to the tight end, Niver.
This right here, that end over set, this is 2 tight ends. Yeah. We got to check it to 3 over here. You got to stand in the back, man. Okay.
With 8:18 to go, SMU begins a drive that chews up yardage and the clock.
Zach Lyon. Drinking out of the ankle tackle. Boy. He lowers his shoulder like an extra blocker. Underneath. Nobody got Zach Lyon. Nice cut and a first and goal. Empty backfield and almost it is picked off on the deflection. Going the other way, it's Eddie Lackey. Lackey past the 20 and a takeaway. A turnover for SMU that burned them so many times last year.
I said they could do one of 2 things, Joe. Play coverage like they did in quarters or come zero. And they went after him.
Good throw. You're all right. Good throw. You okay? We didn't fan to the widest guy. Who's the left guard? You got to go to the wide guy. What the hell? That guy's free. He should have been picked up. Seabrook to the left.
And wide open. Blown coverage completely. Touchdown, Tevin Reese.
And we've reached halftime with the score. Baylor 24, SMU 3.
I think if you execute and you do the things you've been taught to do, and you don't try to overplay for somebody else, and you tackle, this is a whole different ball game, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to challenge you in the second half now. Go out and play your game. Have some integrity and character. Play the game and make them beat us, okay? Make them beat us. We can make some plays on offense, get back in the game. We're going to get the football first in the second half. Go down and put it in, all right? Let's get a break right here on AJ.
Unfortunately, the Ponies are not able to erase the halftime deficit. Still, there are some highlights.
Let's go 90-14 pump wide post.
Garrett Gilbert completes 34 of 59 passes for 286 yards and his first 2 touchdowns as a Mustang.
Good job seeing it. Okay, let's go trips. Trips left, 50, 15, X win.
And Gilbert with man-to-man coverage on a jump ball. Touchdown SMU, Derek Thompson.
Finally, Garrett Gilbert gets the deep ball. And look, Thompson's had a good night. It's one-on-one on the outside. There's no safety help. It's straight fly, straight speed here.
Yeah, Johnson's got it. Touchdown. Garrett Gilbert.
Did he come up the field on you or underneath?
He's coming my inside shoulder.
Okay.
He's trying to run me over.
Okay. So tack his outside shoulder and he'll come underneath when we run 250. Just be aggressive to his outside like you're going to block him. He'll come underneath him.
Don't tell that kid the score. Zach Line breaking tackles. There's a reason he's led Conference USA in rushing each of the last 2 seasons.
Zach Line carries the ball 25 times for 135 tough yards.
Well, nice for a guy his size to move his feet the way he does.
He also catches 5 passes for 21 more yards.
That's a first down on 3rd and a yard.
And backup quarterback Connor Preston throws a touchdown pass of his own.
And he's got Dieter.
Oh,
what a grab.
Wow.
Touchdown, SMU.
What a throw.
But when the clock winds down to 0, it's Baylor 59, SMU 24. A major disappointment for the Mustangs.
We've got to get better. We got beat by a very good football team, but we shot ourselves in the foot. You know, we gave up, I believe, 18 points being inside the 20 in the first half, and you know, a couple more in the second half. So we've got to improve and go back to work on tomorrow. It's one day, and then you got to move on. But obviously, like you said, it's not the start we were hoping for. But we've got to go back to work, and it's a long season. And you know, we know what we put out on the field today is not who we are, and as an offense or as a team, and we're going to go back to work.
Tough first game, but we a couple of the tips were, you know, unfortunate, but I thought he did some good things. He's just got to learn, keep learning, and keep getting better. But I saw enough good things in him that I believe he's the right kind of guy.
He's way better than what we showed tonight. First game jitters, first game rush, because a lot of people who ain't played before, and so we just got to overcome it. Next week is a whole new week, so we just got one snap and clear, come out ready to play next week.
Nothing against them, they're a great team, but we definitely beat ourselves on a couple of plays, whether it be penalties or just mental errors. And so that's stuff we got to go back to the film room and check out and see where we can improve and make sure we correct it before next game.
The Mustangs play their next 3 games in the friendly confines of Gerald G. Ford Stadium. Saturday, September 8th, Stephen F. Austin comes to town. On September 15th, the Mustangs host Texas A&M of the SEC. And on September 29th, it's the battle for the Iron Skillet as the Ponies square off against the TCU Horned Frogs. Both season and individual game tickets are still available. For more information, call 214-768-4263 or click over to www.smumustangs.com.